Yo, what's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. My name is Max, and I was editing my video earlier yesterday and today this morning, but I actually just realized that I forgot to record an intro and an outro for the video, which is pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. So yeah, here's the intro right now. You're probably gonna see me again in the car for the outro as well. And basically, the video today is going to be about it's a little Q&A that I did with my followers on Instagram. Basically, they asked me questions about like what I'm going to do with the video and everything, and hopefully, all the questions that I answered gave you guys an idea of how the what the videos are going to be first of all, and also the subject that I'm going to be talking about, and hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. So yeah, thank you. Alright, so now we're gonna start with question number one. So the first question that I have here is, why did you start to make YouTube videos? Basically, the reason why I wanted to start to make YouTube videos is because my whole life I've been a person that's like not gonna say that I'm not the most expressive person, but like I'm not the type of person that like to be like seen on social media in general. So I'm not saying that I want to like change completely like my personality, but I think that YouTube is a way for me to kind of like express myself. I kind of like see it as like therapy at the same time, kind of like me having conversation with myself. So like when I'm having like good or bad days or whatever, it's a way for me to kind of like just like let out like what I have to say, and possibly maybe I'll meet like other people that have like that same interest, and like we could like chat it up and like build a community throughout like the videos that I make. Okay, so for next question that I have right here is, why is fashion so important to you? The reason why it's so like important to me, I think it's really weird to say, it's kind of like corny as well, but I would say that like it's kind of like a way to like express myself. Like as a kid, like I've never been the person that's like the most like out there. I'm not like a big mouth or whatever, so I felt that like the way I dress is kind of a way for me to express like my personality. Like there's like this expression that I saw that it says like you are what you eat. So basically, how I see it myself is like everything you consume is what you are. So like every like movie that you watch, every like music that you're into, like the clothes that you wear, and like everything that you watch on TV, for example, that's kind of like part of who you are. So I feel that like by dressing the way I want to be perceived is kind of a way for me to express like my personality. So I would say this is kind of like why it's so important to me. Alright, so for next question that I have right here is your top 5 street brands. For the first brand I would say that I'm really into right now is Aimé Leon d'Or. I really like what they do, like especially like the collaboration that they did with New Balance for the past few years. I also really like the fact that they like bring up like the whole like basketball thing, but they also offer like some more like mature clothes, so it kind of like brings like basketball and fashion together. For brand number 2, I would say I'm really into, there's a brand called Jam, which is like a Montreal brand. This is like where I live right now, so I really like Jam because like they're not like really like extravagant with what they do, but they take like essential things, but they do them like really well. So let's say they're gonna take like a hoodie, but they're gonna like make sure to use like the best material as possible. Everything usually are made either in Canada or in the US. There's a few exceptions, but usually they're made like in Canada and the US. And like I'm not too sure if I can consider them like as a streetwear brand, because they kind of do like a wide variety of things. Like they do like mugs, they do like plates, they do like bicycle, but they also do like sweatpants, sweatshirts, and all that stuff. But I will still put it in the streetwear category. For the third brand, I would say I really like Dime, which is another Montreal brand as well. I really like what they've done like recently. They've been doing a lot of like cut and sewn pieces. Like there's this jacket that kind of looks like a Western jacket that I really like. There's like a black one. There's also like a tan one, I believe. That was pretty cool. And it's kind of like reminiscent of like Americana in a certain way. And another brand that I really like is there's a brand called Human Made, which is like Nico's brand. Nico is like the founder of like the brand called Babe, and then he kind of like stepped away from Babe to create Human Made, which in my opinion is like a more like mature version of Babe. And I really like what they've been doing recently, like especially like all the jackets and denims and all that stuff. And for fifth brand, honestly, I don't really have anything in mind. Just because I can't really include like Nike, Adidas, New Balance, and all that stuff because I feel that they're more of like a sportswear brand. Because like even though we wear like Air Force One, like Adidas Superstar in more of a like lifestyle way, at first when the shoe were created, they were meant to be like basketball shoe. So I wouldn't consider them as like streetwear brands. So I would say like Aimé Leon Dore, Jown, Dime, and Human Made are probably like my 4 favorite brands right now, like street brands. Alright, so for next question right here is where is streetwear heading into for the next like 2 to 3 years to come? I would say that like for streetwear, I would say that's the thing, because like for streetwear, I feel like it's kind of like hard to be creative in general because like streetwear usually like sticks to like t-shirts, hoodies, maybe like sweatpants, pants. It's not like a type of clothes that's like really experimental, but I feel that like because we were in quarantine for the past like a year and a half, I would say, I feel that like in the next few years people are going to want to dress up like quite a lot. People like will care about like how they're perceived by people because like we're starting right now to kind of like go out and enjoy life again as if it was like normal and everything. So I feel that like we're going to see a lot of people like dress up quite a lot. It could be, let's say for example, like people that usually wear like suits to work. I feel that like maybe those people are going to say, you know what, might as well just drop the money to get like a typical like a Tom Ford suit or like even like Tom Brown suit. And for like people that usually wear like streetwear, I would say they might want to gravitate towards like something more like cut and sewn. Like if you take for example, there's brand like Stussy, Dime, or whatever, they're kind of like doing those like a cut and sewn piece. They still do like the hoodies, the t-shirts, and all that stuff, but like you see a lot more of like cut and sewn piece, like those like crazy like short jackets. It could be pants as well, and they get like more and more experimental with what they do. So I feel that like people are going to go more towards like something well made rather than just sticking to like sweatpants and t-shirts because like people are sick of wearing like sweatpants in general because we've been home for the past like, a year and a half. So yeah, I think this is kind of like where this is going in the future. Alright, so for next question is what is your favorite style to wear? So I'm guessing he wants me to describe my personal style. I would say my style right now is kind of like a mix of like I'm really into like Americana right now, so like brands such as like Visvim, Capital, Human Made, like I mentioned earlier. Otherwise, I like streetwear a lot, obviously. So, and also like a little bit of workwear. I would say the only like specific piece that I really like about workwear is really like the short jacket. I think it looks like really good on me. So yeah, when it comes to workwear, like I don't really like buy into like the Dickies and all that stuff, but like the short jackets, this is like something like really good that I really like from like a workwear. Alright, so for next question that I have right here is what music do you listen to right now? I would say that right now I'm really into like R&B, jazz, soul music, I would say. When I was a kid, I used to be like a lot into like R&B, and like I think in the past maybe like 5 years, I would say like I've grown to like expand a little bit my music taste. I've listened to a lot of like jazz records, I listen to a lot of like soul records, I also listen a lot to hip-hop of course, but like take like specific musician I've been listening right now, I listen a lot to like Daniel Caesar. I think he has a song, it's called Won't Live Here, which is I think really underrated in my opinion, but otherwise I think his like music catalog is really good. He has this album that came out a few years ago, it's called like Fudian, and also there's like Case Study 01, that's really good. Otherwise, I've been listening a lot to this album from Pharrell, which is called, I think, In My Mind, which is basically kind of like the cover is kind of like a picture of him wearing like a Billionaire Boy Scout t-shirt with some Bimsters. So to me, it kind of like brings me back a lot to what I used to listen when I was younger. And other than that, I've been listening to there's a band, it's a K-pop band actually. It's called Big Bang. They used to be like really big like about like 10 years ago, I want to say. And like what I really like about this specific band is that when you watch like the music videos, like when they're all like together, it kind of feels like all the members of the band, they kind of like have their own personality. They all like dress like quite different. So I think that's like a really cool thing to see. Like I don't speak Korean, I don't understand Korean, but like for some reason I like their music a lot. It's really like reminiscent of like American like R&B slash hip hop music. Alright, so for next question that I have right here is what's the typical Montrealer outfit? Let's say it's the fall season. I would say that for like a jacket is for sure like any type of like overcoat. It could be like a tan one, it could be a black one, it could be a navy one. Otherwise, there's also like underneath the jacket, there's a hoodie, any type of hoodie. It could be like a gray hoodie or a black hoodie. For pants, it's either like chinos or maybe like some vintage like Levi's, for example. Some like washed out Levi's or some like faded black Levi. When it comes to footwear, I would say if you're like a little bit more like on the bougie side, it's probably some like any type of like New Balance made in the USA. The gray ones to be more specific, but otherwise most of the people like to wear a lot of like Air Force One, like the white on white Air Force One is probably like something that we see a lot. And if it's snowing a little bit, it's probably like Doc Martens that they're wearing. And for headwear, it's probably either like some kind of beanie or maybe like a cap or whatever. Yo, what's up guys? So nice to see you guys again. This is the end of the video. I didn't answer all the questions. I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question. I also didn't include the Instagram profile name in the question because a lot of people that sent me question actually told me that they didn't like want their Instagram profile to be exposed. So I respect people's privacy. But if you want to go follow my Instagram, it's _ Phankham, PHANKHAM. I'm gonna put like a picture on the screen right now. I try my best to be as active as possible. Like I haven't been like that like active on Instagram. Like I'm the kind of person that usually like puts a picture or like a story or whatever and like dips for like the next like 3 months. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. And yeah, so I'll do my best to be as consistent with the video. I'll try to do like once a week if I can, but I feel like it could be hard a little bit because like I don't want to just do like typical video like how to buy an outfit for like $50 or whatever or something like that. Like I want to be like more creative and I want it to be like something more personal to myself. So I'm not sure like how creative I can be. Like if you think about it, like it's 52 videos a year. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get there. I'll do my best to be as consistent as possible. And yeah, I'm already working on my next video right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.